Well, we have a Fox News alert for you now. In the race for president, the Associated Press projecting that Senator Marco Rubio has won the Republican primary in Puerto Rico. It is a winner-take-all contest there if a candidate gets more than 50% of the vote. 23 delegates are at stake. Right now, we're told the AP showing that Senator Rubio has about 74% of the vote, but the vote is not yet finished. The majority of the vote there is not yet in, but despite that, the AP is projecting that that is a win for Senator Rubio. Now for Senator Ted Cruz and his taking steps in his attempt to try and derail the Donald Trump train. Senator Cruz pulling out the wins yesterday in 2 of the 4 states voting on Super Saturday. He also gave Mr. Trump a run for his money in the states that he lost. Let's take a look at the latest delegate count. It shows the senator trailing Mr. Trump by 82 delegates, but it is getting closer. So the big question on Sunday, can he keep up the momentum? Joining me now is Victoria Coates, Senator Cruz's senior advisor for foreign policy and author of David Sling, A History of Democracy in 10 Works of Art. Victoria, welcome. Good to see you. First, the number of delegates.
Thanks, Eric.
382 to 300. Your guy has 300. That's getting closer. Do you think you'll be gaining on Trump?
Definitely. I mean, we've been very encouraged both by what happened on Saturday night and then how it's played out. I think they've just reallocated Louisiana, 18 for each of them. So we had the clear wins, big wins in Kansas and in Maine, and then basically to tie Louisiana, do very well in Kentucky. I mean, I think this is a great weekend for Senator Cruz.
What do you think is going on? Is it the attacks on Senator Cruz that on Trump that we saw by Senator Cruz and Marco Rubio at the debate?
Well, I think for Senator Cruz, this is all about drawing a very clear policy distinction between himself and Mr. Trump. And so he doesn't really get into the finger jokes or that kind of thing, the makeup. He's trying to talk about things like Mr. Trump's record, the positions he's taking now, that he's changing now, and then very much talking to the American people about Senator Cruz's plans to keep them prosperous here at home and safe abroad. And so that's really his goal, and I think that's why we're now seeing people choose him as the conservative champion who can really take back the White House in 2016 and take our country back.
You know, everyone's talking about getting it down to a 2-man race. I mean, who's going to drop out? You know, your guy or Marco Rubio? What do you predict will happen?
Well, I think after such a good victory, both a good night on Super Tuesday and a good night on Saturday, it's a little hard to ask Senator Cruz with 300 delegates to drop out. So I think he's very much in it. We had our best fundraising month of the entire campaign in February. We're all very moved and grateful to the people who continue to support him because I think they understand he's the one who has won, who can win, and who will win in November. So as far as we're concerned, we're in it for the duration.
And what do you think will happen in Florida? I mean, everyone's looking at that. I mean, and Trump has been, what, almost 18, 19 points ahead of Marco Rubio there.
Well, I've decided my crystal ball has a crack in it after
I think everybody does. I think
exactly.
Everyone does this contest.
They showed us down 6 points. He wound up winning by double digits. So I think for us, I mean, we've seen in the past a very strong basis of support for Senator Cruz in Florida. He's opening 10 offices this week. And so, I mean, he's in it for every single vote we can get. He's working extremely hard. We're all headed down to Miami for the debate, which is a nice perk of the job this week. So we're, as I said, going to work the whole state and see what he can do.
All right, well, that's coming up on March 15th. I'm sorry we're out of time, but you do have a special message.
Okay. I do. Thank you, Eric. I just want to wish a happy 80th birthday to the best dad in the world. Thank you.
What's his name?
Eugene Gardner.
Mr. Gardner, happy birthday. Thank you. And Victoria.
Thank you.
Work hard in Florida and have a good time.